Well, better late than never, I suppose. I want to apologize for how long it's been taking me to upload videos lately. I used to be right on it. The night the event came out, I'd have a run up on YouTube. But a few things. I mean, the way I've been doing it lately takes longer, and life's been a little hectic. That's all I'm going to say about that. But everything's okay. I'm all caught up with content. It's just the uploads take a little bit longer. I unfortunately could not nab Leon's EX. I tried with all the tickets I had. I am ticketless and Leon EX-less, unfortunately. But I'm not done. The second I get some tickets, I'm going right back to that banner. But I did purple Vivi. I told you I was going to do it. I don't care what anybody says about how he's not that good, whatever, this and that. I don't care, it's Vivi. No, he's not meta, but man, he does a ton of damage. And I'm happy about that. I'm glad he imperils for himself now. I mean, he didn't need it that much because he was already hitting hard anyways, but every little bit helps, I guess. And now you can bring him to fights that resist him, which is great. I actually didn't even think about that until now. Vivi can totally hang in magic resist fights because of that imperil. That's pretty cool. I opted for Cater because, like I said, no Leon. So I figured she would fill the void without Leon. And she proved to do well because it's Cater. She always does. She's busted. But if it weren't for that second wave, I probably wouldn't have even bothered with a tank. But those ice giants, ugh. I have bad memories of the ice giants from Cosmos. I did not do well when I first encountered that stage. I was going about that fight all wrong. I was rushing it. I was not being careful, getting broken, getting killed. It was struggle-ish, but not this time around. Yeah, they broke us a few times, but it's fine. We managed to take them out. We got Cater here. And we got the new Vivi to just melt them. My support is a 3-turn Kais because this stage resists ranged. So without Enchant or Imperil, you can't really use somebody like Kais here. Well, I mean, you could, but the damage won't be what Kais can normally do. So I decided, since I just mentioned earlier, since Vivi can Imperil Fire, why not bring Ifrit and get 3 turns of Kais launches in the summon with Quistis and Vivi and Kais jumping in between them. And it worked out really well up against the, is that that Bahamut dragon? I don't even know what that thing is called. The boss from the Golbez Lost chapter, which, by the way, I think is the coolest looking boss in this game that we've seen anyway. I mean, JP's got some cool looking stuff now too, but as far as Global's concerned, that's one of my favorite bosses. Just the look of it. I just think it looks really cool. These things are from Zack's Lost chapter, if I'm not mistaken. The most annoying thing about these guys is they just erase your buffs over and over again. So that was kind of nice having Cater here to take that target lock off of everybody else, so they would just try to erase Cater's buffs and then miss her. Well, they didn't miss her there, but they didn't do the buff attack either, so all good. But yeah, I mentioned all caught up on content. I just finished The Abyss. That's the most recent thing that I did. And man, was that last stage a struggle. But realistically, it was more strugglish than it needed to be. Again, the answer was right in front of me. Aphmau was the answer. She was the ticket to victory for me. I ran a few different teams, and there was 2 teams that I managed to complete it with. But I liked one team better than the other one, so I messed around with it a little bit before I recorded a run. So the recording I'm going to upload of that is not my blind run, it's my perfected run. Well, one of them. It's not my best one, but it's good enough. I got the 1 million, which is really all I wanted for the upload. Ironically, I didn't get the million here. So, spoiler alert. Yeah, it didn't happen, but that's okay. We were kind of just having fun here. Because Vivi's not really built for amazing high scores or whatever. He's just fun to play. And there's not a whole lot of free turns. Let me correct that. There isn't any other than Cater's counter. Those are the only free turns that we're getting. So. I mean, I could have came in and just meta stomped it with ulti or something, but I didn't want to do that. It's the Vivi debut. I wanted to showcase him. Brought him to the challenge quest too. I actually did. See, because on this channel, it's been mainly me uploading challenge quest videos, and that's simply because a lot of times, you know, there aren't a whole lot of options for challenge quests. You get, at most, you get 6 synergy characters to choose from. This time around, there's only 5. Character events and lost chapters, there's only 4. But with there being 5 characters here, I just so happen to have all of them maxed out, except for Leon. But I also have Vivi and Machina, unlike Swifty. So I figured, okay, I'll use both of them for the challenge quest, and I'll let Swifty have fun. Well, realistically, I mean, it was his only other... Yeah, because he only has the 3. He's got Vaughn... Wow, why am I blanking? Vaughn, Arciela, and Leon. I'm not jealous at all, but, you know. Oh, it's a sad day without Leon. He's so good. I mean, just what he does. Elemental absorption, I don't think anyone else does that. From now, I don't even know if anybody else in JP does it. I don't think so. I think it's just him. So, for somebody unique like that, I don't even want to call that niche. I don't know if it's the right word or not, but when I hear niche, to me it implies that you can only use them for certain fights, and that is definitely not the case for Leon. I mean, if there are fights where every single attack they do is elemental, yeah, that's gonna give Leon a problem, but that, like, never happens. I mean, most of the fights are either, like, strictly non-elemental or mainly non-elemental with some elements thrown in. So, yeah, you could use Leon pretty much anywhere. Speaking of niche, it's ironic I brought her here, but a lot of people were saying that Cater is niche. What? Trying to think of a fight where she doesn't work other than the count steams, because they'll just counter her and stuff, but other than that, I mean, actually, Cater probably could do the count steams. Wait, what am I saying? She can do the count steams. Yeah, she's magic. What am I saying? Yeah, never mind. But yeah, it was, I think we were all fed some tall tales. That's what happens sometimes when you go to the Facebook groups and you just listen to what most people say. I'm not trying to shit on anybody here, but this is just something that I've noticed. Let's take Cater, for example. All I saw about her all over the place was, she's good for solos, that's it. If you don't need her for solos, skip. And now that she's here and we've been playing with her, I could not disagree more. Cater does wonders on a team. Do you see how protected everyone is? There's no healer here. And we didn't need one because we had Cater. So yeah, niche, unless people mean something else by niche. But when I hear niche, I think can only be used in certain situations. And Cater works basically everywhere. Another thing Vivi got is a much faster charging EX, which he desperately needed. It's much, much faster than it used to be. And he gets to start with it. I mean, most people get that. Well, not most, but a good chunk of people get the ability to start with their EX first, because it's kind of what they need to do what they do. Like, I'm pretty sure Leon has that, so you can just start with the elemental absorption right away. So Vivi gets that, which means way more double fires. Yes, you use Meteor. Meteor 9 is what they're calling his EX. It looks like Doomsday to me, but they're calling it Meteor 9, so okay, I'll go with that. You use that, his HP attack switches to double fire, which is just a shit ton of splash damage twice, which you're going to see that in a second, I'm sure. If they don't die before he does it, in which case he'll just do it to the dragon, I guess. Yeah, because I don't remember. I did this a few days ago. I just didn't upload it. think the one on the left had more health. Yeah, see, don't use the double fire. Yeah. So we can save all that damage for this beast. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. I think that's a really cool looking boss. It's definitely, yeah, like I said before, Kater who gets the swap. Because in the summon, she's not the best. I mean, the way she functions is you want the enemies to take turns, because most of her damage is done by counters and bombs. And none of that happens in the summon. So, it makes sense to swap Kater out when you're going to go into the summon, depending on your team. And with this team, Kater was the true swap. I definitely spent her the fastest, because the main, again, the whole reason she was here was wave 2. So here, she's just kind of, I mean, she's helping. She's dropping bombs and stuff, which is nice, but yeah, there's a fight like this isn't her main thing. So niche. No, I'm kidding. She work. What am I saying? She works at. Look at this. Everything is her main thing. Quistis is another character that I think got slept on. As of late, anyway. Before, everybody had Quistis. Everybody used Quistis, especially for summon boards and stuff. But that's another character who works great on the team. Nice auras, battery, constant delays. I love it. Well, look at that. Nobody can do that. That's crazy. And here we go. Already imperiled. Let's go. Got the double fire all queued up. Yes. You see, I thought, should I focus for a second? Hell no. Get that double fire. So Kais gets the first kill because this thing likes to revive itself. That's its whole gimmick. Yeah, it's a revive straight into a counter. That's why I summoned here, because I didn't want to deal with it right off the bat. I wanted to at least have something else built up when we came out of it, because he's bound to break somebody, but at least he didn't break all of us. Another reason Quistis works so well here. Every hit battery, so if you happen to kill with her, the rest of your team has some batteries so they won't get broken with the recover hit. But this, I mean, if they break her, Kater counters it anyway. So she came back just in time. And at this point, it's just a matter of time, wearing him down. The damage output definitely drops on this life as opposed to the one before it. Especially from Quistis, like that was the most noticeable thing. Might as well do it. Pretty sure he has the bomb on already, but let's just bring the heat, I guess. So I think it was 80 turns. I'll take it. For initial clear, just kind of messing around. It was fun. Those I probably should have used more of. But what's done is done. Roasted. Well, that's that, and The next upload of mine will be the challenge quest of this very stage, followed by the final stage of the Abyss. Until then, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.